It is day number 97 of the self quarantine today here in Los Angeles, and you see me wearing a mask at this very moment. It's kind of weird, right? Why am I wearing a mask in my own room? I should only wear a mask outside. Yes, but I'm just giving you just a demonstration of how important it is to have a mask on when you go outside at all times. Here in Los Angeles, it's law that any citizen, any Angelino that goes outside has to wear a mask for any given circumstances when they're outside. Um, and the second thing is how to properly wear a mask. That you have to have a mask that covers almost virtually everything, making sure that it covers the chin, covers the top of the nose, covers the sides, and that it's nice and sealed and tight, that there are not any gaps whatsoever. So it's just an example. And the third and final reason of why I'm having this mask is the announcement that was made earlier today. The governor of California has announced a new mandate that all Californians are now required to wear face coverings during public spaces, in public spaces as well, during any time they go outside. Particularly if they go to malls or restaurants or anywhere where physical distancing is not possible. There's a reason for that, and he said the reason is that a lot of the medical experts, the scientists here in California, have seen an unfortunate trend that is occurring regarding COVID-19. That California recorded today over 4,200 COVID-19 cases alone, hitting a new single high since the start of this pandemic. And unfortunately, also another bad news is that Los Angeles is the epicenter of the California outbreak. Just today, it was announced over 2,000 cases of coronavirus hit Angelinos here alone, where I live and reside. So he is trying to do his best to make sure that every Californian is safe. And he's seen, unfortunately, that a lot of businesses that have been opening lately have not been following the COVID-19 protocols that were made by Governor of California and the California government as well, and even local governments as well. They're not following the protocols, and that's what's unfortunately making these new cases increase of COVID-19. And that probably it also has to do with the protests, but he didn't say that. He says that there has to be more time to analyze the situation, but he is trying to do everything possible, specifically all local governments, to prevent bigger numbers of increasing of COVID-19. And even with businesses opening up more and more, because we're heading to phase three of the opening, unfortunately, we're seeing an increased number of coronavirus cases in California, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Our biggest fears are coming to realization, unfortunately. But one way to combat it is wearing face masks. It is a big, big importance that everyone is serious of having face masks. It's not just about you, it's about all of us. And I believe, like I said before, there's people that are just not taking it seriously. And unfortunately, that is making the numbers go up instead of making sure that we stop the spread. In addition, another important news that was announced later in the day today, it not only affected Los Angeles, but also all over the United States, and it's the issue of unemployment. Oh, unemployment. It just doesn't seem to stop at all, unfortunately. A study was made, and it was announced that just last week alone, 1.5 million Americans were laid off from their work or applied for unemployment benefits just in 1 week alone. So if we add the grand total of last week with the entire 3 months so far since the start of this pandemic, over 20.5 million Americans are jobless, have been laid off, and are applying for unemployment. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every single week because a lot of businesses are just not surviving or they're not opening fast enough. So that's the unfortunate news on the job market of what's going on in Los Angeles and also all around the United States. I know there hasn't been any good news at all today, but that will not deter me from staying positive and true to myself and helping my friends and family or anyone who's watching this video. Because it's important to help each other out. My wife is a nurse. She works every single day in the hospital, saving lives, keeping herself safe from COVID-19, and also educating patients of how to combat COVID-19 and how to stop the spread. And one of the best things she said was, yes, the masks is inconvenient, it's hard to breathe, it's itchy, it's not a good fashion statement, it's tight, it hurts, yes, all of those things and above. But the most important thing is to remember that the mask keeps you alive and keeps you safe from COVID-19. And above anything else, I'd rather stay alive than be in that situation of having COVID-19 and wishing you were wearing that mask. And that's what all the hospitals urges us citizens to do. Wear a mask. It's one of the simplest things to do. Wash your hands, have hand sanitizer, sterilize everything, wear gloves if you have them, and wear any type of mask, because that's the number one thing. And I know we can do it. We have to. We have to beat this virus, and I know we can. Even though we're living dark times at this very moment, and the news that we're getting is getting more and more negative, we cannot forget the goal. The goal of beating COVID-19. And I know we can. And we will. Because we cannot try. We can only do. So everyone, stay strong, stay safe.